Welcome to another edition of Our City. A few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. On Thursday, February 6th, the 26th annual Hoops to End Homeless Benefits basketball tournament will take place at the Elizabeth High School Dunn Sports Center, 600 Pearl Street, hosted by the Elizabeth Coalition to House the Homeless. This event kicks off at 5 o'clock in the evening with the first game starting at 5:30, Elizabeth High School Boys Junior Varsity versus the Roselle Catholic Boys Junior Varsity. The next game at 7 o'clock, Elizabeth High School Boys Varsity versus the Roselle Catholic Boys Varsity. Every student that donates gloves, hats, or socks will receive free admission. Children ages 12 and under must be accompanied by an adult. For more information, please call Fran Sullivan at 908-337-9287. And currently, at the time of this taping, Roselle Catholic is ranked number 2 in the entire state of New Jersey. Elizabeth High School is ranked number 3. And this will be a rematch of a game that was played in the Roselle Catholic gym 2 weeks ago, where Roselle Catholic was able to beat Elizabeth by 5 points, 68-63. So if you're not doing anything on Thursday, February 6th, come on out and enjoy a good high school basketball game. On February 9th at 12 noon, I'm going to attend the 100th anniversary Mass and celebration of St. Genevieve's Church. It'll be in the town hall. Cardinal Joseph Tobin will also be the main celebrant at that Mass. And following that event at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to join the Union County Baseball Association in their annual Hot Stove Dinner. They will honor the Elmore Troopers and their journey to Williamsport in the Little League World Series. This event is held at the Grand Centurions in Clark. And later that evening, around 4 o'clock, I will attend the Siempre Unidos Relief Concert, which is going to help raise money to benefit the victims of the Puerto Rican earthquake. This event takes place at Liberty Center, located at 1121 Elizabeth Avenue. For more information, you can visit www.puertorico-siempreunidos.org. If you need more information concerning these or any other events, please call the Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. If you want information on the Puerto Rican relief effort for the earthquake, you can call City Hall as well, the Public Information Office at 908-820-4124, and they will direct you as well. For this week's show, I'm pleased to be joined by the Recreation Director here in the City of Elizabeth, Mr. Stanley Neron. Director, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mayor. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
Yeah.
So what's going on up there in Recreation? Tell us, you've been there 10 years now?
Well, actually, I'm on my, 8th month?
8th month, yeah.
And, we're doing well. We walked into a great foundation that was set by our former director, Director Paul Odessa, and Superintendent at the time, Joe Sullivan, who recently retired, and myself and Mr. Jackson have now taken that helm, and we're picking up where they left off, and we have a lot of brand new exciting projects underway.
So the first thing is, I guess right now you're preparing for the summer as well. We hired, in my state of the city, we said we hired over 500 kids. So what kind of work does the recreation department have to do in preparation for the summer employment of the young people?
So there's a number of things that take place. First of all, it's scouting out the young people, getting the word out to the community, really trying to employ a lot of high school students who are looking for summer work, college students who are away coming back home, who look to be employed in residents of the city who want to get engaged and give back to the community. And, we're blessed and fortunate to have a great program here in the city and have enough playgrounds and centers to be able to hold summer camps where we can have a summer eats program. We're able to give out, meals to students and residents throughout the community that participate in our summer camps. And we do thousands of meals throughout the summer. The summer camp counselors come at those parks and they create programs for the young people. We implemented something, you talked about preparation. We trained them and prepared them for a brand new curriculum that we implemented this year called Scholastics. And Scholastics is a sports-driven and physical fitness-driven curriculum that we implement in the youth programs that we train our staff to implement in the summer camps.
So tell us about these are some of the new programs you're doing as well.
This is new, yeah.
So talk about the programs or events that the residents from Elizabeth can expect from your department this year?
So we have a ongoing dance program that our residents are participating in. Our young girls participate in our dance program over at the Amora Racket Club.
There's a couple of boys in that program,
Yeah,
too.
we
Be
have
careful.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you.
I got yelled at once when I said that at the graduation ceremony. I want to congratulate all the young girls, and a couple of parents said, "Oh, my son's in it." I said, "Oops."
Well, it's a program that's high in demand, and our young ladies were first in line to get into those programs. But we definitely have a lot of young men who participate in those programs. So that's happening currently. We have our indoor summer programs, indoor soccer programs that happen during the winter months, as well as March Madness coming up. We also partner with a number of community organizations to do workshops for our residents. They're free workshops where, they can participate when it comes from anything dealing with wellness. We just had a Courageous Conversations workshop with Prevention Links where we talked about mental health, depression, suicide, and we had some counselors there that were able to talk on those topics, that specialize in those particular topics. We also have boxing, where we train young people to box as far as the sport, and we use it as a form of discipline. We use it as a form of physical fitness, and just a great art form for them to go into, or sport for them to go into if they decide to take it professionally. They get all the necessary skills necessary to prepare them for that as well. We also partner with the Department of Health and Human Services with our brand new program, which is Legends of Youth. And the Legends of Youth program is a program that's developing aspiring athletes or students who aspire to further their career in athletics, preparing them academically and both athletically. So they do athletic training. So whatever sport they wanted to go into, they start to get prepared in that particular, to be ready to be able to compete and perform. Legends of Youth is doing that, and Steve Evangelista is the coordinator of that program, and he works with the Office of Youth Services.
So, backing up, you talked about March Madness. Now, everyone knows, if they're a basketball fan, what March Madness is on the college level. Tell us a little more detail what we do in March Madness here for some of the young people in our city.
So what we do in March Madness here is we form a number of teams who participate in the league. It's a tournament that happens all throughout March. A lot of the young people here who participate who love basketball, who are avid basketball fans, sign up. They sign up with different coaches that volunteer throughout the community. We set up the teams, we set up a tournament, and it becomes a vibrant, and it has the same
feisty
energy.
Sometimes too,
feisty,
right?
And it has the same energy as the real March Madness that happens nationally with the NCAA. So it gives our youth ages 7 through 17 an opportunity to participate.
And the basketball is exciting because they get to watch the kids as well. At the higher level, the kids get to watch the college kids, which is
sure they would get to watch.
All kids to me at my age.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So the younger kids really look up to the high school students as stars. And when they look at the 17 and 18-year-old young men look like grown men to them, and they think this is their Kobe and their Magic and their Shaqs, and this is who they look up to.
So tell us, winter is slowly moving on.
Yes.
But there's got to be some anticipation for the pools and the water spray fountains,
Sure.
which we manage, and that you're protecting for the winter, so make sure they're ready for the summer.
Yeah, so that's a meticulous task to get ready for the summer months, and we start to prepare during the month of April, and we start to go in to make sure that our pool is up to par, is properly chlorinated and ready for residents to participate in, which is an arduous task because it is a public pool. And a lot of people are in that pool, but we've done a great job in maintaining that. And
that pool gets a lot of use.
Oh yeah, it gets a whole lot of use. It's like a summer water park in the summer. It's packed. A lot of people come out. A lot of great activities. It's a great destination point here in our city. Not only do we have a pool that serves young people to adults, but we also have a baby pool. Where babies are able to sit in and like the Noahs of the world, my son who's 2, can start to get familiar with the water and the pool environment, and it's a really fun time. There's artificial turf there. Parents can have a picnic there. They can set up and really just enjoy a fun day with the family.
Now we have 2 spray fountains, which get a lot of use as well. Tell us about those
One at
spray
Anna
fountains.
Street, at the Anna Street Center, and we have one also at Green Acres, which is the brand new spray park that we have over at in Elmora. You know, that not only has a spray park, but it also has a basketball court and exercise equipment for families to participate in.
So then we have 3 spray parks plus the
so
spray fountains.
You have Jackson, which was just spray fountain there. You have we have a couple.
Yeah, but
we have a couple.
Tell us that's a good question.
We have a couple. We have spray fountains. And
Yeah,
then
that's
you
what I
have,
was just going to say.
Then you have spray park.
So
Spray park is
talk about that.
So spray park is the one where you have a lot of the apparatuses that have water shooting from all types of different.
And at the recreation center, the
Anna Street Recreation Center. Then we have one at Arabella Miller.
Yeah, Arabella Miller. They got a big
First
bucket
Street.
dumps on your
the
head.
the big bucket dumps on your head. So just to paint the picture for you at home, it's kind of like going to an amusement park and going to an actual water park. We have the slides and there's water shooting from all different directions. And, we have lifeguards at the spray parks as well that are making sure that the kids don't get hurt but they have a good time. But it's really fun. It's fun water activity and fun water sports at these.
Then there's spray fountains.
Parks. Then you have spray fountains where you have in your park a fountain in the middle of the park that sprays water and the kids play around, kind of like back in the day when we used to play in the fire hydrant. But this one's set up appropriately.
Good analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break, run some commercials, and then come back and talk about the day camps in the summer months as well.
No problem.
Please stay with us after these messages. Back with more with Stan Neron, the director of the Department of Recreation here at the City of Elizabeth.
Just minutes from New York City, we are the gateway to the state of New Jersey. Experience Elizabeth. It all starts here. Just minutes from New York City, we are the gateway to the state of New Jersey. Experience Elizabeth. It all starts here.
We're an American original. Dependable, historic, nuanced, with all the comforts of home, even when you're just visiting. So we're celebrating for all that we've left untouched and all that we've changed. A place where the past meets the future. So consider this your invitation.
We've been celebrating here in Elizabeth for 350 years, and we're just getting started. Welcome back to our city, where I'm pleased to be joined by Stan Neron, the Director of Recreation Department here. Stan, before the break, we started talking about the spray fountains and the pool, but we have day camps as well all summer. How many are there, and where are they all located? You can't name them all, but
I can't name them all.
What do we got, 19 of them or something
We
like
have
that?
19 of them, absolutely. We have 19 day camps. They're located at parks, they're located at centers, our recreation centers, where we have, like I mentioned earlier, we have this scholastics curriculum that we've implemented, which helps everybody, we never allow for them to really have a idle moment. We want to keep everybody active. And the scholastics curriculum is a really good curriculum, which keeps them physically active. It's academically driven, but it also talks about health and wellness, which is good. We also do the Summer Eats program, where we have lunch and snack provided at all the parks and all the playgrounds, where we're able to feed anybody who comes to the center, who comes to these playgrounds, and is a youth who wants to participate in a summer day camp. I think what makes us unique than other cities, a lot of cities don't have these programs, and we're able to have these programs and provide them, and parents can feel safe that we have camp counselors that will have a good watchful eye over their students while they're there, and it'll be safe. We've had 0 incidents, and it's been a fun time for these young people who come to these camps.
There's a difference between the open camps and the ones you register. Talk about the ones that the parents can register their child for each year and when that starts.
Okay, so we have 2 sessions. That's one that starts in 6 weeks in July, and then it goes 6 weeks in August. The parents can register at the Amora Racket Club, the Anna Street Center, the Erksleben Center, as well as the Hanratty baseball field, which this particular year we were at School 21 because Hanratty was under construction. Parents can register come last week of May. They can register right before Memorial Day and start registering for those programs. And then we do another session again. They can register at the end of June for the July session. Those particular programs happen, for most of them, they happen indoors. They're programs which are a little bit more structured than the drop-off program. So like, at the playgrounds, parents kind of like drop them off, or kids kind of come, kids in the neighborhood kind of just show up. These programs that the parents register for, they sign up, it's structured, they have a beginning, middle, and end, let's just say, where, they start off, they have a planned calendar, where they have a, the set curriculum that they follow, they have meal times, a break, snack, a little bit more structure to it. And, I think the counselors who have been doing it for many years, really enjoy the work that they do, and they create a bond with those.
Are there age categories to these, Stan?
Yes, we start ages 6 through 14.
And the summer lunch you mentioned before, we serve thousands a day. 2,000 kids or something like that every day, I think we serve, something like that.
About that, well, you have about...
Is that available again this year, that program?
Yeah, the program will be available again this year. Our numbers were able to increase because, not only are we feeding kids in the summer camps, we're also feeding kids in our special programs. So, like, for example, this year we ran the Mayor Bowidge basketball camp, where we had meals for those kids as well. The dance program gets meals. Any of those particular programs that are housed within our centers that are running a structured program can also have meals as well.
And they're free.
They're free.
And it doesn't matter income and who's ever there, right?
Who's ever there can get it, and it's a partnership between the Board of Education, the city, and the state.
So we had over 500 people, young people, signed up last year. Tell us about what you think as a member of the Board of Education. How does this benefit our young people?
Well, I think it benefits them first and foremost financially. It helps create a financial stimulus for them if they want to prepare to go to college, if they're helping at home. it gives them also some professional experience, and it piques their interest as to what they want to go into as far as, a future career. Some people start to consider teaching. They start to consider the sports, working behind the scenes in sports or in athletics. I think it also prepares the mind of a young person to become more mature, more responsible, because we do give them the responsibility of being a mentor and being a responsible individual at these camps and at these parks.
So talk to us about Green Acres. We were there for the ribbon cutting last year. It's between Pennington and Jersey Street in the back of the behind the theater, the old theater, the Elmore Theater.
Well, it's I like
a lot of complaints there for years, but we did good over there.
So it's a hidden gem, and the reason why I say it's a hidden gem, where it's located, is like you said, behind the Elmore Theater, between Pennington, and it's right in the middle, and a lot of people don't know about it. And I think we've
you access it from Bellevue, right?
Yeah, you access it from Bellevue, and it's like you drive into this driveway, and then you see this Disney World in the middle of Elmore, and it's a beautiful location at this point. We were able to work with some key architects and project managers such as Mazer, who came in and really got the job done and completed the task. We have a beautiful basketball court right there. We have what you call it's kind of like a little reservoir where it's.
Oh yeah, so that it's ecologically sound where the water drains off.
Ecologically sound.
And the kids could actually get a study lesson there.
They can study that.
Little pond
and
for the runoff.
There's also little educational facts around the
cards,
park
right,
that talk about the ecology and how the entire system works together for the greater good. We planted a number of trees there, so we created a lot of greenery in that area, and it's just a great family destination point. In the summer when you just want to relax with the family,
and people can walk there.
You can walk there, and it's just a great environment.
So the other one we talked about last year is the Todd Bowles Waterfront Complex and the expansion. Let our viewers know what's expected at that expansion.
Well, a lot is about to happen over there with the expansion, with including basketball courts, tennis courts, additional parking, and a number of exercise equipment that will be available for residents, and a complete walkway that will complete the path as far as people who want to go around jogging and making sure they stay physically fit. And, we're excited about that project. Can't wait for it to happen. And, I think it's just going to add already to, Todd Bowles gets a lot of usage, between football and soccer leagues. And the expansion is just going to be an enhanced added incentive.
And tell us, when could the expected completion date of that?
I think we're looking at 2021.
For that?
The end of 2021.
And there's another park. The Miller Park's being renovated. What other park's being renovated? Miller's looking really good.
Miller's almost ready to go. So
Yeah.
we'll be open this April. We'll do the ribbon cutting then. We'll also be doing the ribbon cutting for our pal baseball field, the ribbon cutting for Hanratty baseball field, and then we have some other projects coming down the pike for renovating a lot of the basketball courts throughout the city, who are in need of new courts and new rims.
And we're also doing the community centers, right?
We will be opening up finally Erksleben.
I know it's been a lot of delays there. The Boys and Girls Club is anxious. I think they're thrilled though.
They're thrilled.
Have you been inside it? I haven't been inside it.
I've been inside and been inside several times to make sure that we got to the finish line, and we're finally there. So we're excited about that, and that's coming very shortly.
Where can viewers or citizens find information about the parks and recreation centers? Is it on our website?
It's on our website. All the information as far as locations and upcoming events are on the website, as well as they can call us at 908-820-4226, and also come up to the office if they need applications to sign up for summer camp and also for employment, if the students are ready for employment. One of the things that's extremely necessary that the viewers should know is that if you're over 18, you do need to do background checks in order to work at the recreation centers. So that's a process that has to start early, and it takes time.
Stan, I want to thank you for taking the time to be on the show this evening. Good luck to you and Noah. Noah's now 2, so he'll be a handful. This summer it'll be a lot of fun for Noah.
Yeah,
it'll be the first one, really.
It'll be the first one where he can jump around the baby pool and
he can do a lot of stuff.
And have a good time.
Good.
So.
So we'll see you
looking
next
forward.
week, or we'll see you in another edition if we can in the future.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I want to thank Director Stan Neron for being on the show. I'm Chris Bolwage. We'll see you next week on another edition of Our City.